Hi, I'm Aриел Бл루мен탈, and I am the executive director of the Tikkun Global Jerusalem base in downtown Jerusalem. This month at Iamwithisrael, we're focusing on the Tikkun Global Jerusalem base and our involvement in Jewish Arab prayer summits throughout the Middle East. One of the things that joins us together in the Jerusalem base, our diverse team there, is a heart for Arab-Jewish, not just reconciliation, but actually communing and doing things together for the kingdom. The rupture in the Abrahamic family here in the Middle East is a 4,000-year-old rupture. And we are watching God sort of put pieces together through our communion, Jews and Arabs throughout the Middle East, in bringing healing to this whole family, unity to the body of Messiah, one new man. And we believe spiritually there's a very significant impact on these nations and on Israel for the gospel. In December, our whole team, our whole base, along with children and families, are going to be spending some time in a neighboring close country with some dear Arab brothers and sisters who we've just grown in communion and fellowship with. And we want to take that fellowship, prayer and worship and outreach and doing things together to a new level. We have been watching over the last so many decades, Asher, myself, and others, we've been involved in Arab-Jewish reconciliation. But we sense, and we've watched the Lord over the last so many years take that to a new level of not just reconciliation and then kind of kiss and make up and then say goodbye until the next conference 6 months later, but to have more regular fellowship, prayer together, doing projects, things together for the kingdom in those countries. Many of the Christians, or most of the Christians, have never met a Messianic Jew. Some of them don't even know that it's possible or that it exists, because in their mind, it's like there's Muslims, Jews, and Christians, and you don't mix. We believe that God is doing something. The one new man, we talk about the reconciliation, the unity in the body of Messiah between Jew and Gentile. And for us as Jews here in Israel, if we can't do it at home here in our neighborhood, then what does it mean? So we place a very high importance on the significance of this kind of fellowship and communion and meetings with Arab Christians, of course, in Israel. That's where it begins. And some of our Arab Christian friends in Israel will be joining us in these summits, and then spreading it throughout the Middle East. Your support will help us with basically flights and hotels. Those are the big costs that we have as we travel. We take a team, sometimes families with kids, to these different places in the Middle East, some of which are very expensive and costly. And we greatly appreciate your support in finance and in prayer for what God is doing in the Middle East. In John 17, Yeshua prayed for the unity of his body, for all the people who would believe in him through the words of his disciples. He prayed that we would be one, and he promised that through our unity, the world would know that God sent him, and that uniquely that Yeshua is the Messiah and the Son of God. Thank you for your prayers and support for us, the Jerusalem base, and for these Jewish Arab prayer summits coming up this fall. Your support will help us fly, it will help us stay, it will help a lot during a time when travel has become very expensive, and we appreciate so much your partnership in the kingdom, in the gospel.